All right, good evening, all classmates and student tutor. Welcome to my webinar, my short webinar about fanaticism. My name is Alejandro Guarin. Um, this is the agenda that we are gonna start today. First the reading and then the show. The second point is what is fanaticism. The third one is a quick show of the manifest of a fanatic. Just a little example. What about the topic? And the last point is how to wield the fanaticism, some recommendations about ourselves, not for the group in general, and conclusions. So, what is fanaticism and why know about that? Why do we be worried about that? First, fanaticism is an extreme and excessive enthusiasm, devotion, and or zeal for something, such as religion, politics, or a cause. Also there is a for sports, for even for an idol, just a singer or a band or something you can that have that is excessive devotion or enthusiasm for someone or something. Sometimes fanatic is used negatively, most of the time, to imply that someone takes such a devotion too far, excessive, such as religious fanatics due to their extreme practices. Also simply refers to someone who is extreme in their devotion or enthusiasm for an interest or hobby, as I say, such as at sports. Maybe you are a fan from, I don't know, football for in the local or in the country. Me, obviously, or the junior Barranquilla. Just for example. So we have it in two sides. One of it is really negative in the expression of someone who could take that devotion too far, that its behavior it's could be a kind of threat level for you for all around there, here or there. In the other side, we have just for simply refer for someone who has that devotion for something that love it too much. So who can so he or she will become a fanatic, just a fan, a sport fan. Then why do we care to be most aware about it? I'm gonna quote one quote for Voltaire. When fanaticism has gangrened the brain, the disease is incurable. It is because it is corrosive, an enemy of the freedom of progress of knowledge and responsibility for murders, genocides, massacres, wars, persecution, injustice, and violence of all kinds. As I said before, that this fanaticism could be leave you a behavior too extremely dangerous and hateful for the others who don't think like you. So, oh, I I switch over another. So this is what happened in the history. It's starting with the Crusades, starting with some ideological policies, ideological movements that has around all in history of humankind that being hateful so much that they prepared so many massacres, so many wars, persecution. The World War II, it's a good example with the fascists and the Nazis and the countries of Germany and Italy. It is an enemy of freedom and the knowledge because it is um, the people who are around that fanaticism made they don't know much about the other side of the coins. It's just for let you know. So they're in an extreme closed mind that all they know and all they must be aware about it is just for their ideology, their what they love, and then they will be hateful and treat the other ones like nobody else for thinking different from them. So around the years, there were the question, it is a real and mental illness. However, it's not, but it is associated with different personality disorders, especially those the narcissist type, and the loss of the ability to understand the consequence of one we behavior, and the possibility of self-determination are not always presented in all fanatical behavior. But it is good to highlight that behavior, that extremely narcissistic behavior that people can have due to the extremely love of what they think. It happened, as I said before, with the Crusade, with the Inquisition, the genesis of the indigenous people, the Holocaust, the Ku Klux Klan, and with all the fanatic ideology that fit terrorists as with Nazism, fascism, and the other isms that survive in our societies, such as the anti-Semites, the racist, that we can see newspaper news about it all around the world, even here. I want to start with this example. This is a recent case of a terrorist happening in the city of Buffalo, the state of New York, in the United States. This is Peyton Grandin. Peyton Grandin made a massacre, a supermarket shooting the last Saturday, the last 14 May Saturday of this year. And he has the ideology, the white supremacy ideologies, the racist ideology, the fascist ideology, the anti-Semite ideology. Before he perpetrated that tragedy, because it is a tragedy, he published a manifesto in which in which he justify and planned all what they need to know, all what they prepare for that massacre. The recently I searched the case is all around the injustice. He got apprehended. He he voluntarily surrendered to the authorities. And I state and I highlight this case because this radicalism that the internet feeds all around the world in some forums, websites such as 4chan. This is not the first case about something prepared and massacred just for having an extremely love or extremely high ego for an ideology. This is just the most recent case. One of them was prepared in 2000 and sorry, 20, 2015 or in 2011. So one of these cases, all of these cases was what feed for his ideologies. Most of them in a white supremacy and racist ideologies. He think that the white people in USA was getting a low level because there are too many Muslims, there are too many black people, and there are too many Latins in USA. So they think that because that's the ideology of white supremacy, they think that they are losing level and importance around the country. I don't know why they think like that. Yeah, he did that supermarket school shootings just for having that ideology. So how we can deal with it, with the fanatics, and how we can not succeed to fanatics too far. Just to have in mind, it's all about your perspectives in this image. As the same way you see something or someone you have loved too much, loved too far, then the other side of the coin, there are people that they think different. They think something else about you, and they might have the same level of love as you. So you have to be in the kind of way respectful for all the others' ideologies. Meanwhile, that ideology don't promote hateful. Obviously, if there is a peaceful hateful just for thinking another side of you, it's okay. So you need to be more objective rather than subjective. These ideologies, is most of them are subjective in a subjective way, such as religious ones, and then on the other side, the political ones. So you have to be objective in what are you doing and what is if this ideology have treated you or had feed you in a way that you are other person before knowing or moving with that ideology. You have to think, you have to reflect about you and your decisions about this ideology. If they really want to do this in this way, and in this case they are going in pro of your rights and their duties about the society. So, three conclusions. We are humans and we are not different about that. This is a conclusion for the racists and for xenophobia around the world. We know that foreign people may not are not the best people for us or for society in the country, but they are humans and they can make mistakes as you. I know there is a certain exceptions that people are very nice, not at all, and they promote hateful and other things like that. So that people, those people, you're not with us. The second conclusion, respect the ideas from others. As I say before, in the same way that you are seeing something or moving with some ideology, the other people can make as well as you. And to make your decisions towards peace, especially in this ideologies topic. And the peace is very complex topic because most of the people have the idea that to reach that peace, we need to do something before. This something is massacres, hateful wars. Um, and that's all for today. I don't know if you have any questions, please let me know. Thank you for watching this presentation.
You and me, oh, I'm first.
Whoever wants to be first.
Okay, is the second question. Is the first question is, do you think that fanatics only affect the people with evil mental lives?
No, all people, all of us can be a fanaticist just for that extremely and excessive love for something or someone.
Okay, second question is, what consequence can the fanatics have?
The first one, I'm not saying a presentation, sorry, is your hateful behavior. Maybe you can be so negative and so closed mind for other things like different about your ideologies. Well, I'm gonna make an example. I know you're gonna be upset about that because I'm Jew, and I think I believe in God and something like that, and some things like that. But some church, some religious ideologies make you feel, make you be a person that most certain people don't want to be. There are extremely rules, there are extremely behavior or lifestyle that if someone else don't want to be like that, they are just not seen well.
Thank you for your answer.
I have a question for you.
All right.
What do you think about fanatic people like Peyton Grindon? What
I
do you think?
think it's very complex because that they are humans too, but they are not going as well as the society have to go. In other words, they are not useful for the society because they are spreading so much hateful, not only for their actions, uh, in their ideology and the movement that we can watch in the internet, that hateful comment, that harassment comment, comments. towards to a specific group people. In this case, the black people, because he's racist, are not allowed in the society. Not that hateful behavior. All, all of the question. No one else wants to. Perfect.
No.
So
All
I
right.
finished my presentation.
Thank you so much for your presentation, Alejandro.